that Obama's real name is Barry Soetoro, and he is an Indonesian citizen and ineligible to be president, not just being born in Kenya. The evidence all points towards that, but it's 100% he's a Kenyan communist supporter, and he supported Odinga, his cousin, the Muslim extremist, who murdered a bunch of Christians, and that Obama was involved supporting that and advising him how to do it, and that he is an Indonesian citizen. But it's not just about Obama. The original Tea Parties were Ron Paul supporters, sick of the wars, sick of Bush crippling government. All these idiot Obama supporters thought they were going to get free cars, free houses, free everything. Remember all that? Year and a half later, they don't think that anymore. Obama's got a very low approval rating. What, are 60% of the American people that hate his guts, are they terrorists? Obama is a puppet. Obama is a front man. Obama doesn't matter at the end of the day. See, they want to make this about left-right. They want to make this about Obama. None of what I told Matthew's people about serious issues is in the film. Everything's taken out of context. Like my quote, and I gave their interviewee the documents, the quotes, about reducing our population between 80 and 90%. And I went on to say, some of their people say get rid of all humans. Some say get rid of 99%. This is all on record. This is in the news every day. People calling for this. This is what the globalists want. This is what their New World Order's endgame is. But let's finish up. Continue.
Hates to all these people out there, Alex Jones, saying their thing. It's a true documentary, as you know. What is it today that scares people about Washington government to the point where some are arming themselves? They're calling it illegitimate. This government was elected legitimately. They're calling it a tyranny.
It's engaged in treason.
Not left anymore. It sounds revolutionary, these people. All of them. Tea Party.
If it's unconstitutional, militia, it's illegal.
Truth birthers, the whole
What is
crowd.
it you don't get, bankers?
Mixing an awful lot of things.
Well, because they use the same language.
Well, they do, but look, I mean, I don't know these Michigan militia guys. I don't go out with them into the woods and things like that. And I don't know if these guys with guns and things like that really represent a Tea Party. What you got to ask, Chris, is how is it that a Tea Party that you describe in a 1-hour documentary as very dangerous and in some ways threatening had a 2-to-1 approval record, and the Tea Party was more admired and approving of than the Democratic Party and the Republican Party as of a couple of months ago? Where you've got it pretty close, I think, Chris, is the second part. I think the first part would be like me doing a documentary on the civil rights movement and starting off with Stokely Carmichael and H. Rap Brown.
All right, stop there.
And, you know,
we're going to come back from break and finish this up. But they know exactly what they're doing. Absolute brainwashing. We'll be right back.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
The question is, where should the American people draw their line in the sand?
What have we got? A republic or a monarchy?
A republic is based on a constitution which protects minority rights.
Not democracy, not mob rule, 2 wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner.
So they think they own our land, they think they own our water, children, our education, our money.
We have to define who we are and what we will tolerate.
Somebody's going to ask you what you did during the Patriot Uprising.
You have been warned.
We have the facts. We have the Constitution. We have the Bill of Rights. We have common law. Knowledge is power, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm so excited to be able to offer you Don't Tread on Me, Rise of the Republic. Tyranny is upon us, but liberty and the sleeping giant that is the American people is rising. A new tool in the info war. Don't Tread on Me. Order it at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139 and support independent, patriotic Liberty films. The Fall of America and the Western World is an all-new 10-hour documentary and survival guide rolled into one. In this film, you will see the reasons why our government is failing and what you can do to prepare. Featuring Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Joseph Farah, David Icke, Naomi Wolf, G. Edward Griffin, Doug McIntyre, Mark Crispin Miller, Mickey Z, Doug Casey, David McElvaney, and myself, Alex Jones. Protect yourself and get the tools you need to protect your family from these difficult times. The Fall of America and the Western World at www.thefallofamerica.net or click on the banners at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Again, that website's www.thefallofamerica.net or call 800-655-1577. Prepare yourself and the ones you love today. fallofamerica.net. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
Federal agents, we are armed!
Pat Buchanan made the central point that they've had polls where as high as 84% have more favorable comments about the Tea Party when asked versus 40% roughly supporting Obama. So 2 to 1. You've got a network like MSNBC with its top shows with 500,000 viewers. CNN just 3 years ago had 3 million viewers for Larry King Live. Now it's got 1 million. Their #1 show has 1 million viewers. No one is watching these people. Not only because they're tuning away from TV to the internet, because they can get more depth and breadth of discussion and ideas and get off the phony left-right paradigm plantation, but because they know these people have an agenda. Now, Paul Watson wrote an article and pointed out that Chris Matthews has defended domestic terrorists while smearing Americans as dangerous radicals. Matthews, on video, has said that he likes Lenin. He likes Saul Alinsky. He likes communism. But then the Tea Parties hold up signs saying we don't want communism, and he calls them nuts. See, that's how arrogant somebody like Chris Matthews is he makes millions of dollars a year. What is it, $3-4 million a year? He sits up there. He works for the big banks. He wants to communalize your wealth so he can control it. And then he tells you it doesn't exist and you're crazy. That's why he has 500,000 viewers. And so that's why he's got to air this 3 times today, twice tomorrow, and 1 time again every day for the next 2 weeks is what they're scheduling. Just airing it constantly over and over again, hoping they have an effect. Hoping if they sling enough mud up against the wall that it has some type of effect, while Chris Matthews sits up there and says, I control reality. I tell you what's safe to watch. I tell you what's safe to see. And in that video clip last night, he's like, this is going to scare a lot of progressives. This is going to scare a lot of mainline liberals. Oh, it's so scary. These people want to overthrow the government. Chris Matthews knows it's a foreign corporate takeover of the U.S. He worked for a U.S. president. He knows there's eugenics going on. So does Pat Buchanan. He knows all of this is real. Now, here's the key clip. They say, this Alex Jones is being legitimized by Rand Paul. That's not really what they're worried about. They're worried about my message becoming mainstream. And they know that if people start talking about poison in the water, and if people start talking about brainwashing on television, and if people start talking about GMO food sterilizing them, and if people start talking about world government and real issues that are there, it's game over. No one's going to care anymore hearing how scary the militia is and the federal judges ordered their release. It was all fake. No one is going to, because they're going to know the real killers, the real control freaks are the people running our government. This is a group of criminals to the max. Let's finish up with this clip.
I think you're mixing an awful lot of things.
Well, because they use the same language.
Well, they do, but look, I mean, I don't know these Michigan militia guys. I don't go out with them into the woods and things like that. And I don't know if these guys with guns and things like that really represent a Tea Party. What you got to ask, Chris,
pause again.
How is it that See,
they're scared. They want to be the government with the guns. They want to be the government with men in black ski masks. They want to be the government face scanning you and making you have an ID to have a job, but illegals are exempt. They want to be the ones with all the force, the monopoly of force. It scares them, the true Americana of Americans buying guns and training with it. It scares them that 20+ million guns have been sold in the last year and a half, breaking all records. It scares them that people are getting real and are not caring about the political correctness of basically wetting themselves every time Chris Matthews shows them a gun. And I won't have time to play the whole piece, but at the end of the 8-minute piece, Chris Matthews says, they've got guns! They're wearing guns! Well, yeah. How can they ban all guns if people start wearing guns everywhere? Then all the sheep go, I thought guns are illegal. You know, the average sheep in Austin, Texas,